Remind me what that is. Alright, good morning. This is Kathy Peck from tnstamps.blogspot.com coming to you from Wichita Falls, Texas, which happened to be very, very windy yesterday. I mean, like, seriously windy. It was terrible. So, today I'm going to share with you two cards I made with the Boho Indigo Product Medley, but before that I wanted to share the medley with you. If you happen to have a catalog, it is on page 9. It's the only product medley in the catalog. And what a product medley is all these items come in one package. And you cannot separate them or buy them separately. So you get the paper, the stamps, the die cut. You get some die embellishments, which are flowers.
Last week, pretty much stopped everything and worked on the POI
and ribbon.
And now I'm back on fiber.
And then there's also some label die cuts and some leafy die cuts. It's a really nice set. And you can also, if you aren't interested in the entire medley, this year the refill kit, which is paper and the flowers, the little flowers, are available to purchase separately.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Anyway. Alright, so that's it. Page 9. If you need a catalog, just contact me. I'm happy to send you one. I have several. Alright, so let me open this up and show you what's in here. The Boho Indigo stamp set. It's nice. It's 11 pieces. It's 3 vases, some leaves, flowers, a little, I guess that's like a little flower and a little doodad, and then it says a bunch of birthday love to you, such happy news, sorry you're feeling blue, and thank you.
Yeah, just
nice little photopolymer stamp set.
Oh, it is?
2 spools of ribbon. This is a gold kind of ruched up type of ribbon. It's stiff, and it has like probably a crumb cake edging. Very nice. It's just kind of bouncy, kind of stiff. You have to work with it to tie it up. I haven't tied it in a bow yet, but I've tied a few knots. So very nice. And then there's this blue that has kind of like velvety edge. It's like the grosgrain in the center with a velvety edge. Nice ribbon. This is soft and easy to use, I think. So there's that. I'm making a mess of it, but for me, the best. Oh, and let me show you the die set, and I'll save the best for last. This is the dies. The dies are 12 pieces. There's greenery, flowers. This goes with the stamp, the flower stamp that's in there. Vases. There's 3 that match vases, and then some extra vases that you can create on your own. There's a lot of noise in the neighborhood today. Somebody's jackhammering, so I guess somebody's getting a new driveway or something in the neighborhood. And my husband's here working, which is okay. This is the paper pack. If you love blue, and I absolutely adore blue, this is 48 sheets of 6x6 double-sided paper. 6 sheets of very vanilla, dry embossed. You will not believe it. Yes, dry embossed. And 6 sheets of different die cut labels.
Yeah, I usually have pretty good luck with Hickam. So.
And let me show you the little flowers. These are the little flowers. They're I'm not sure. It's kind of, it's not paper, but it's something else, and it has like a little bead in the middle that's glued in the middle. So, and they adhere very nicely with the glue dots. And you'll get 40 of those. 2 packs of 20. I've already used almost a whole pack. So I took a few papers out to show you what they look like front and back. Here's one. It's nice paper. The blues are just, they're gorgeous. This is the, what is that? Misty Moonlight, yes. Different patterns. I'm show you the blue before we get into all this other stuff. I just oohed and awed over all of it because I'm just a big blue fan. I love this one, how it's dark and light in different areas. Just so pretty. So pretty, so pretty. And here's this one. Is that 6? Oh, I'm missing one. Well, I'm missing one of the 6, but you get the idea. Just gorgeous. Then here's the die cut labels, the greenery, the embossed. This is diamond shaped embossing. This has, I think we had an embossing folder like this. And I know we've had one similar to this. But these are just, this is just gorgeous. I love the feel of all this. Yep. I see a lot of blue cards being made by me.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
All right.
Steve did?
So for today, this is going to be our first card. It's pretty quick and easy. I love it. It's simple. Okay, let me, got my measurements here. Okay, so you need, I put it on an 11 by 4 1/4 base. You could put it on the base that goes 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. So, what we did here, so I'm going to reverse it. I'm going to use a very vanilla base. I don't have a thick vanilla card base. Preferably if you're going to make a card with Whisper White or very vanilla, you want to use the thick, the extra, or the thick cardstock. I don't happen to have any, but this will work. So what I did is I picked 3 pieces of paper, and instead of using the dark sides, I'm going to use the light sides today. Okay? I'll show you how I did this. This blue Night of Navy strip or piece is cut 5 1/4 by 4. This is how I did it in my unconventional way. So, and you know me, I like to use glue. It comes together real quickly, especially if you use the labels. This is my work stand glue, and it never works. And the reason why I want to use glue instead of one of these new adorable Stampin' Seals is because since I want to put this right at the edge, I need a little movement to make sure I get it in the right spot. And once you use these, when once you put them down, they stick. They're really nice.
Yeah, holler if you need something else.
I was a big fan of Fast Fuse, and I really like this. Okay, so just put some glue on here. And then I'm gonna line this up. Alright, see I'm putting this all the way to the edge. The edge meeting it at the top. Yes. Alright, and I want to put this one with the lines in the center, so I'm going to put this one with the other flowers on the other edge. I'm going to do this a little bit backwards. Alright, here we go. Okay, so I put this here. I just love this color blue. Alright, and before I add the center, I'm going to trim off the excess. And I find it easier. Ooh, this one's a little off up here. Well, I can trim it. I find it easier to trim if I go opposite ends. this little bit here because I'll know it's there and I won't like it. So Kim, have you tried blogging again? I need to sign up for your blog so I'll get notifications when you do. Alright, so this one's going to go in the middle, and you'll see there's quite a bit of a gap. A good 1/8 of an inch, and there's a reason for that. I left that there on purpose. And I'll show you why here in 1 second. There you go. That jackhammer must be pretty close. Alright. I just really like this blue. Get all these little bits off of here. Okay, so for my little bit of extra, oops, here's Wink of Stella in these strips, and I did it on this one. You can see it really well in person, but you can't see it probably on the video. But I took my Wink of Stella and just added a little bit of shimmer right down this, right in these divides here. And they are a little uneven, but that's all right. It's handmade, it's not supposed to be perfect. So I'm getting a lot of card making done with this COVID-19 business and all the quarantining. Well, Kim, if you need help, just holler. So that's done. That's done, and that's ready to go on here. And I use dimensionals to put it on. And when I use dimensionals, I like to use my pokey tool to pick them up because I seem to, they stick a lot less to me because otherwise I have them all over the place. I like to use about 6 or sometimes 8, occasionally more, but all depends. Sometimes I have it. I'll notice that the card's starting to dip in the top, so I'll just throw 1 or 2 extra under there. Okay, this is the right side up, so I'm gonna put it on here like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little bit of stamping with the sentiment and put that on there. I'm using this tag for this one. And I did punch out the flowers, so I'm going to stamp the sentiment on here and then add the flowers, and then we'll stick the tag on. And what did I do with the sentiment? Oh, I stuck it to the side of these little plastic tubs, and I use them to stick my stamps on when I have a lot to stamp, and that way I don't have to keep going back and forth into the stamp box while I'm doing these. Okay, this is the bunch of birthday love to you. So, sorry if my head gets in the way. Here we go. There we go. Came out all right. And I'm gonna put, this is that ribbon. I'm gonna just make a little tag here, little tag holder, and what I'm gonna do to secure it, hopefully if I can, usually I'm all thumbs when I do this, but this is the twine from the Flowers for All Seasons. It's 3 colors. It's silver and I'm assuming Misty Moonlight, looks like it, and white. It's really cute. So I'm going to put this in here and attempt, let's see if I can do this, set the glue right there to hold it in place and attempt to tie a knot here. This has a little tape on the end. I guess it's to keep it from fraying. Now I can tighten it up a little bit after I get it done. But I find these twines that have these extra colors in it, especially the metallics, they do tend to fray a little, so if you don't want that to happen to yours, and I want them all to be about the same length, so I'm going to go. There we go. And just put some dimensionals on the back here. Let's see, where do we want to put this? Pop that on there like that. Let me get this glue out of the way so you can see. There we go. Hi, good morning, Jill. Yes, this paper is really, really pretty. I love blue, so I'm having fun making blue cards. All right, so this is the die cut flower, the stamp. I stamped and die cut the flowers earlier, and I'm just gonna stick it right here. I think I might want to put a dimensional under there to hold that up a little bit. Yes. Oh yeah, that's better. And then to just finish it off, I use these elegant faceted gemstones. I really like these. I like that they have white, and this, I guess, is kind of a bronze color. It's probably supposed to be that cinnamon cider, and then clear. And I used white, and I think I'm going to use the clear on this one. It just adds a nice little touch of bling to the center of these little flowers. There. That's one done. So there you go. That's, and I'll show you how I do the next one. The next one's a gatefold card. It's not that bad if you pre-cut everything. There you go. Clean up my mess. This over here. Oh, I tell you, we have a really beautiful morning. Yesterday it was so hot, and then we had this cold front come in, and this morning it's in the 60s, but we'll be right back up in the 90s this afternoon. That's just how the Texas weather rolls around here. Okay, the next card is this one. It's a gatefold, and I know I put this on backwards. It should go this way, but I went this way. Oh well, that happens. But this one's a little complicated because I raised this outer edge to make it look framed. So this next, I'm gonna show you a simpler version because this really took a lot of time, and it can be a little nerve-wracking, but we can make something similar without all the headache. Alright, so what you need for this is the flowers, some layers cut with the stitched So Sweetly dies, which I love, which are part of the So Sentimental Suite. So, if you were interested in joining, So Sentimental is one of the suites you could get. It's on page 74 of the catalog. You could get it for free. And it is, let me look here, I can tell you how much that is, just to give you an idea of what free would be. It's a $48.50 set. There it is right there. It has all these beautiful sentiments and then the fabulous dies that go with it. It's one of my favorite die sets, and let me show you how I do this right now. Alright, so I have my card base. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and I have scored the ends at 2 1/8 for the gatefold. And I'm trying to find, where's my, yep, right there. So I'm bringing it up, get my bone folder in. There we Again, this is my original bone folder. I've had this since I was stationed at Bowling Air Force Base in Washington, D.C. and worked at the frame shop there part-time. Yes, in framing, you use bone folders. All right. So there's that. Oh, I forgot my white piece to put inside, but I'll get that later. Let me show you how I built the front. Okay, so I have that, and I have 2 strips cut at 2 by 5 1/4 because I want a little bit of blue to show. So I'm going to glue these 2 on here. So these are 2 from the same sheet, and I'm just I'm reversing them. I did the same thing here. This is the front, and that's the back, or vice versa, and that's it. Oh. You have an old bone folder. Good morning, Amy. Oh, hi, Sue. How are things in Alabama? Are y'all wet from the hurricane? All right, so there we go. There's this. I love this blue, this mist. I keep wanting to call it something else. Misty Moonlight. With the Very Vanilla. I'm not a big Very Vanilla fan, but I am with this paper. I do like vanilla ice cream, but you can't put that on a card. All right, here we go. This one is a little shorter. I cut something wrong. Well, just ignore my miscut pieces because I obviously cut one shorter than the other. So we'll just call this the prototype. No biggie. All right, well, you get the idea. You put your 2 panels on here. A lot of you probably made gatefold cards before. You can make them with a band. You can make them with just a front piece. So let me show you how I made my front piece that's going to go on here. So I started with a piece of Night of Navy cut with the with the largest rectangle, stitched rectangle die. And then I cut the Very Vanilla layer, which sometimes still has little pieces stuck on it, little remnants, with the next largest. And to make the frame, I made a little nest of them. I nested them together, secured them with washi tape, and then I cut them out to get this frame. And what I'm going to do to this little frame before we do anything else is color it with Wink of Stella. Oh, Chris is on here. Good morning, Chris. Because everything... Oh, and this is a brand new one. Ooh, look at that. That's exciting. Oops, and then I get it everywhere. I love Wink of Stella. I keep a stash of it in my drawer. And you can get it from Stampin' Up, but you can also buy it in bulk from Amazon, in case you need to know. All right. Because, you know, for some of us, you can never have enough Wink of Stella. Excuse me. Let me take a drink real quick. Oh, you know, Connie has been trying to avoid buying this medley, but I imagine she'll get it. All right, so you just put your Wink of Stella on here as much or as little as you want, and let it dry for a few minutes. And while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna stamp the flowers, or actually the leaves, and then add flowers. After I put on my die cut vase. See, here's a vase, one of the vases, and I went ahead and die cut it. All right, where's my flower image that are leaves? think I stuck onto this bin here. Here we go. Switch these out. Okay. All right, so I'm using the just jade. You could use any green really you wanted to. I think any green would go nicely with this. I find my just jade pad is really, really juicy, but that's all right. So it's gonna come out kind of dark, but that's okay. And I want to stamp it sort of close to the top. And I'm gonna put my vase on with dimensionals, because I'm gonna raise a few of the flowers that I stick on here as well. I love this medley. I'm really happy that they put a medley in the catalog. Usually medleys come out as specials that we can order and are only available for a month with no refill options. But this one, it's a little off center, but that's okay. This is not meant to be perfect. All right, now these little flowers. Like I said, they attach really well with glue dots and mini dimensionals. Whatever you want to do. And if you'll see here, there's like spots where you can add flowers, and you could add a lot. I'm just gonna, let's see, and I did on my original card. I put a lot in there. It's like probably too much, but hopefully I won't add as many this time, because you don't get very many, you get 40. So if you fill this up, and this has spots for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, potentially 10. That I'll use up half a bag in no time. So I'm going to use my little glue dots and just start popping these on here. And then I'll attach the frame. Now, if you wanted to pop up this frame like I did, you know, we have those foam strips that you can use, or another thing to do is to just cut several pieces like this and pile them together. But I think the way I did it would be all right. We'll see how that looks compared to what I did before. Okay, I put one there and one there. I think I might be able to get away with 7 today. Yes, Amy, the paper is cut 6 by 6, and there's 48 sheets of the paper with, and then in addition to that, you get 6 pieces of die cut, or not die cut, but embossed paper, embossed very vanilla, and 6 sheets of die cuts that are labels, greenery, flowers, that kind of stuff. But see, I still think it needs something right there. There's like a hole. There's a gap there. So I'm going to put one more. I can't help myself. So that's 9. Good. All right. Now before I do anything else, I want to glue this onto there. Wish me luck, because I haven't done it this way before. This is new. So I'm just going to put a very light bit of glue, drippy, drippy, drippy. Oh, and then I stuck my finger in it, but that's okay. That happens every day, but that's okay. That's what my table's for. I can clean it off. I'm gonna lay this on here carefully. I could have put the flowers on last. But, look at that. It came out almost okay. There we go. There. Add a little glue here. Or a lot. It just depends on how you feel. since I'm doing the blue on blue, oops, don't turn that around like that. The blue on blue, having that wink of Stella in there kind of helps you see the difference. And layering these two gives it a little bit of elevation without having to use dimensionals. Hopefully that makes sense to what I'm saying. There we go. There's my little layers, my little sandwich. Depending on how you turn it around, you can see the white. Now, ignoring my error of paper cutting here. All right, we're gonna put this on here. When I put this on, I find that center hump, that center scallop, and then I put glue on one side. Yesterday I found the center scallop. I picked it up and I put glue on this side, which meant it was this way. So today I have to put glue over here to make sure I want to put glue on the right side. And just hold it down there for a few seconds. And it, you know, this Tombow, it never lets you down. Yes, and by lining up the center scallop where the paper meets, you can get it on there really, really straight. So you just hold it on. There it is. This one has no ribbon, but it uses the embellishments, and when I put my Very Vanilla sheet in here, I will add a little strip of color, what's left of my piece of paper, and then stamp the sentiment. Connie, you have to buy this. This is beautiful. It's awesome. The paper is just fabulous. Do you want me to show you the paper again? It's just awesome. All right, so here's my two. This is the one, the first one I made that opens this way with the raised. Can you see that, how I raised it with those strips? And then this is the one where it's just slightly raised. I think it makes the vase stand out more. Plus, I will tell you, yesterday I didn't open the dies right away. I stamped and then I fussy cut. You'll give in. Even, you know, you don't have to buy the whole set. You could just buy the refill and get the paper. The paper is fabulous. But there you go. What do you think of that? All done for today. So thank you for joining me. You know, don't hesitate to share this. The people can watch it on replay. It's a beautiful, beautiful set. If you like blue, you're going to love this paper. I'm so surprised it wasn't offered as a regular paper. I love it. So, yep. All right, ladies, you all have a good day. And I will, next week, I won't be having a live because I have to go to the eye doctor at 8:45. So there'll be no live next week. But I appreciate you joining me today. So if you do have this particular medley, I'd love to see your cards. All right, have a great day. Bye.